Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of Syberia. We are trying to find a chain to attach to this hook that we have in our inventory. I have no idea where. I must have missed it somewhere. Here seems like a likely choice. This is a piece of rope, though. I think if I just try to hand him over the hook, I just want to see. Maybe I'm looking around for this chain that does not actually exist. Just go to them. Here's a hook. All right. Realize I'm backtracking all the way back. Careful on the steps. 1, 2, 3. Maybe they have the chain. I just pass them the hook. They put it on the chain. They attach the hook on the chain, and then I attach all things all together. Nope, can't do it. Ah. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. So there has to be a chain somewhere. Let's check the laboratory. Maybe it talks to the guy he kept hitting on her the entire time. Or like, would only hit on her.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party?
Just who do you think?
Hey, Spunky. Hey, don't...
Listen, kid.
Nope, definitely not. Alright. Laboratory we shall go. Can we go here? Lock?
No point.
Okay. Just need to double check, even though I knew for sure that we most likely would not be able to go in there. Oh, is this close to us now? Okay, whew. Alright, so, in this laboratory, there has to be something. This is where we got the... You're studying that mammoth.
What is it you want to know, miss?
You told me earlier about a lecture on some ancient Siberian tribe called the Ooks or something?
The Youkals, my dear. Careful not to confuse them with the Ukistran people of Central Asia.
Do excuse me. I wanted to know if your lecture is going to start soon.
Your eagerness to learn delights me, my dear. but I haven't finished studying this marvelous mammoth effigy yet. Don't worry, I will call you. See you later.
Okay.
What would you say about seeing Hans Voralberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me find him.
Young lady, you are very kind. I'm far too old for such escapades.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an
You came by...
Yes.
You mean you drive a train?
Oh, no.
Okay, this conversation's already been had, so there really
I'll
is
leave you in peace.
nothing else to this.
I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No.
Okay, well, we don't need to hear all that. So, there's nothing in here. Do I have to talk to those rector guys again? No, that just takes us to the front. So, will there be chains in the classroom, in the library? If I don't find the answer to this soon, I am going to look this up, because I don't know what. Can I steal this this rope? I don't think that's going to be strong enough to be able to, for a barge to pull a train. That guy's still sleeping. That's a closed door, right?
No point.
Okay. So definitely not the classroom. I know we can go down, but I don't see how. Do I have to talk to the rectors again? Well, if I don't find it within like this, after this kind of thorough, I like to think this is a rather thorough search.
Gentlemen, I'm awfully bothered to have to disturb you again.
A bothersome disturbance indeed.
Which, I may add, disturbingly bothers us.
No bother, my dear. We're listening.
Okay,
Could I possibly...
nope, that's not that.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Oh. Boo. Okay. So, I looked it up. I looked up the hint. And, well, turns out that they have the chain. The couple on the barge. They're the ones who have the chain. I had to choose the help dialogue. Wasn't that thorough? Well, it's thorough in terms of searching around, but in terms of dialogue, not so much. Alright, let's go talk to the couple on the barge. I thought I chose help. Oh man, maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of it back to time when I actually chose the help button and didn't go the way I wanted. So this time, we have to go to them and ask them for help. Oh wait, no. Let's talk to them first.
Hey there, Doc!
Let's get through this dialogue.
What do we do now to tie my train to the barge?
Mademoiselle Takatak, Lokokokomitchen.
What did your husband say?
You attach chain to train and chain put train with barge.
Hop, catch it up.
I can't help but think that's kind of weird, like, because they talk about, because you have to use in the mission
That's
part.
going to work.
Oh, you go to the mission part. They talk about attach the chain to the, and I think just the dialogue for that is weird because, you know what? I'm just not gonna. Let's just look. Because in my head, the help dialogue would be more like, do you have a chain, blah, 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 because why didn't they just throw it to us in the first place? After we talked about, okay, now we're here, let's get your train moving. You need to attach the chain to the train, but they don't send it to me? I don't understand. No, come on. Go, Kate, go.
Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Ponce. I'm about to start my lecture on the Youkal at any moment. Please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
Okay, never mind. I guess I'm going back the other direction. Guess those guys already left. Okay, so train is at the winding station. What next? We have to. Do I want to talk to the rectors? So yo, listen, train's gone. I'm going to anyway, despite the fact probably don't need to. Just keep them informed of the situation. Either way, we're going to have a lecture about the little mammoth figurine. Up here. Can't click the stairs immediately.
Ah, there you are, Miss Walker. Good, good. Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson. My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Youkal people. Lights, please. The Youkals are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Syberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Youkal population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Youkal people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Youkals date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Youkals followed them to the north, to the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Youkal in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Youkals had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Youkal forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Youkal existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Youkal's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Youkal people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Youkals learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Youkal shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian ice ark is a very good example, and you are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Youkal's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Youkals were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Syberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Youkal's traditional lifestyle. And since the collapse of the communist regime, the Youkal population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Youkals have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Youkals have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
Okay. Wow, I can barely hear him with the projector. But either way, thank you. Well, it's gonna wait for these guys to exit. Thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. And thank you for simply clicking on this video. And until next time, guys, see ya!